Volare. Oh, da da da, cantare. Oh, 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 oh. Time flies, and so does volatility. On today's episode, we talk about how to help our kids to navigate frightfully volatile times. Hey everybody, this is Scott at Scott Doty TV. Thank you so much for checking in. This is the place to be if you're a parent who wants to be an incredible asset to your kid's academic experience. This week's Election Madness highlighted for me the importance of teaching our kids how to navigate change, the unknown, volatility. Right? Think about it, kids face change all the time. New schools, new friend groups, body changes, puberty, right? New schools, new teachers sometimes change in the middle of the year, or year to year they change. They have to cope. The student has to cope with a new dynamic in the classroom all the time. Every year, the student faces rising expectations from parents as to what he or she can accomplish that year. It's just constant change. And let's be honest, not all kids transition gracefully.
Something changed.
In fact, on a number of occasions over the years, my tutoring company has been hired by parents to help their students with schoolwork. But as it turns out, as we dug in, we noticed, you know what? It's not that your son's really struggling with math. He's struggling with a life change right now. He's not coping well with volatility. So today, let me equip you with some ideas to help your kids to transition gracefully between one season of life and another. And indeed, our metaphor for the day will be the seasons. I'm surrounded by incredible nature and falling leaves. It's currently autumn where I live in New Jersey, and I feel like this is a very rich metaphor that we can draw on to discuss the topic of change.
Okay, babe, let's do this.
Okay, so today I'm going to give you 4 great ideas for helping your kids to navigate change in their lives. Okay? Number 1, recognize and enjoy the season. Okay? Right now it's autumn. Now technically autumn is a time of death. It's the end of an era. And sometimes we feel that, oh man, this great time in my life is ending, it's coming to a close, and I don't know how to cope.
I mean, it's the end of an era. I know.
Well, the first rule is just enjoy it while you can. Recently, I had a good time with my daughters. We just went outside, we played with the leaves because we have a shot to do it before they all go away for the winter. We went out and we took advantage. Number 2, recognize that change is by definition fleeting. Okay? Look, you might be getting braces right now, and it might not be so awesome, but there will be a payoff, okay? Change happens now, and it'll happen again in the future. It's just a season. You gotta ride it out. And in fact, it might turn out great for you. But keep in mind for right now, this idea is that change simply means volatility. It's the same thing. And volatility, as my man Dean Martin would say, volare, it just means flight. It just means to fly. Volatility is the act of flying. And just like time, change flies too. Volatility means that things continue to fly forward and you don't have to look back, you can look forward. And butterflies and other creatures of flight were called volatiles. Look, a volatile. Number 3, both relinquish and claim control. Just keep in mind, some things are under your control and some things are not. Help your kids to recognize, listen honey, is it your control who's president right now? Is it your control that the seasons are changing? Is it your control that the school has hired a new teacher for physics? None of that's under your control directly. So what you have to do is,
Let it go, let it go.
you just can't do anything about it. But what can you do something about? That's what matters. Think about the things over which you do have control, honey, sweetie. I know that there's some things you can control. For example, you can take care of your self-care. You can floss and brush your teeth and sleep well and eat right. You can serve others. Regardless of what's happening in the greater world, you can get involved and do something good for humanity. Attitude, that's up to you. Your effort, that's up to you. Claim control of the things that are under your control and relinquish everything else. And number 4, be resilient. Spring forward into your future. In other words, be optimistic. Be courageously optimistic about this new season. Okay, so things are changing. So things might not be how you hoped they would be. Maybe you're surprised by the new thing that's going to be coming your way. Your expectations were not met. so be it. Study after study has shown that the most successful students are the students who show grit, also known as resilience. It's when you rebound from a tough or difficult situation in which your expectations are not met. And again, to extend our metaphor relating to the seasons, okay? We're in autumn right now, things are dying, but there is a spring ahead. There is an exciting new season you could decide to be courageously optimistic about. And again, if I'm gonna get into the word nerdiness right now, a little etymology lesson again, second one in this video, resilience. That word literally means, from re and salire, means to spring forward. So when autumn is over, you need to spring forward into the next season, which is spring. Well, actually it's winter. But there's a moment there when, winter passes, the season of when things need to gestate and grow, and then bam, things explode into life again and things are even better. So be resilient, okay? Be excited for the future. Choose to believe the best. Can I break off an epic quote for you? All right, this is from my boy Epictetus, the Stoic. And he says, men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them. So tell your child, son, daughter, this new season of life, this volatile moment is a teachable moment. Okay, this is a moment to learn and to adapt and to choose to be optimistic about what lies ahead. So there you go, 4 great ideas for you to teach your kids how to handle volatility well. Remember, enjoy the season while it lasts. Keep the long-term perspective because things keep flying. Number 3, relinquish and claim control and know when to do which. And number 4, resilience. Be courageously optimistic. All right, y'all, well, this is my answer to a bunch of your questions this week. We're asking me, how do I help my kids and discuss with them the change in our political system right now and what's ahead for their country? And more broadly, how can I help my son or daughter navigate change in his or her life? This is my answer to your question. I hope that was helpful. Now, I want to hear from you. If you have best practices, if you have ideas that you've used to help your kids cope with change, please share them below in the comments section. And also, if you're on YouTube, please follow the channel. Or if you're on Scott Jody TV, please sign up. And most of all, please share it with friends. This is how it grows, by word of mouth. Just press forward, send it to 3 or 4 of your friends, copy and paste the URL into an email, send it along your Facebook feed. In some way, get the word out there. I want to help equip as many parents as possible to be wonderful assets to their kids' academic experience. Stay at it. Your kid's a genius, and it's your job to help enhance and pull out that unique genius that he or she has. I wish you luck, and I wish you the best for a brand new season of life. This is Scott Jody signing off from Scott Jody TV. I can't wait to see you next time.